We should not take ourselves sometimes too seriously. We are not doctors, we're not saving life, we're doing something that we all love, we are all very passionate about it, and of course we do things very seriously. It doesn't mean that we cannot be friends with some of the drivers. Yes, Sam is one of my good friends. During the after party, I don't think he was that drunk to invite me to his wedding, but he did invite me to his wedding with his wife, which I'm gonna go because I find it pretty cool and it's nice.
I want to, first of all, congratulate the winners. Amazing job, Jean-Éric Vergne. Fantastic championship. Great champion.
Yeah, obviously I had a lot of pressure, but I was feeling fairly confident.
I don't think all the pressure is on me, you know. Lewis Hamilton lost Silverstone Grand Prix last weekend. No English tennis player can win Wimbledon. England cannot win the World Cup. So the only World Championship England can win is through Sam this weekend. So I do believe he has all the pressure from England on his shoulders. I don't.
Jean-Éric Vergne wins in Chile.
First 1-2 in Formula E history.
There's a move from Vergne. What a lovely move that is by the Frenchman.
Vergne is driving a superb race.
13. Oh, what a move.
This is brilliant.
Jean-Éric Vergne wins the Season 4 Formula E Championship. Jean-Éric, when you arrived in Punta for your first race, you didn't seem like you thought this was going to be the greatest thing in the world, right? How have your opinions changed from then to now?
But I think I came in Formula E with probably the worst possible state of mind. I was, out of Formula One. I was angry, disappointed, sad, a little bit of all sort of negative feelings, and to be the fastest in Formula E and win races, fight for race victories and podiums is very complicated, and that's not something I realized at the beginning and when I came. That's why I was always quick in qualifying, but never really in the race.
It's pretty special to race in New York, obviously, with this background. Well, yeah, on Saturday was a crazy day, I have to say. It was very stressful. Obviously, I was P1 in my group, which was a risky qualifying.
Jean-Éric Vergne at the back of the queue. Does he get the timing beam in time?
He did.
Just.
I would have got the chocolate flag 1 second later. I would not have done a qualifying lap.
Jean-Éric Vergne has taken a huge step in sealing the Formula E title.
Which in the end of the day would not have changed anything because I got disqualified from my pole.
Jean-Éric Vergne has had all of his qualifying times cancelled.
Excessive usage of the power with having 2 titles to fight for was a very stressing moment for everybody in the team. Obviously, when you start last, I wouldn't say the pressure is less because I still had the championship to win.
All 5 lights are on. We go green.
The strategy was for me to get the best result as possible without caring about what Samba would have been doing.
Yeah, he's going for it, isn't he? The next man in front of him is title rival Sam Vergne.
Obviously, seeing him in front of me and I saw him, I think, struggling.
Mate, there's not much I can do, we're just not efficient.
And then I decided to finally attack and move forward on the grid.
And here comes Vergne with a look to the inside, there it is.
When I passed him, I was like, okay, we can take the title to another day with quite a comfortable lead. And then when I saw I had a pace and still some time to overtake more people in the race, I said, okay, let's go to maximum points I can today, and 5th was the maximum I could.
Is that the move for the championship victory for Jean-Éric Vergne?
And then when I crossed the finishing line, I had no idea where Bird was, and I haven't done the math before the race. I didn't want to.
Jean-Éric Vergne across the line in 5th place, seals the Season 4 Formula E Championship.
I don't know how to talk anymore. What a crazy race. This season is for my friend Jules Bianchi, watching us.
A cheetah versus a bird, and it's a cheetah who came out on top.
I called my dad, I think, on my way to the press conference, and my dad is a special man. He was he was feeling very happy. So, congratulations, son, for winning the championship, amazing. And then the second thing he said, what the fuck happened in qualifying? And you know, my dad is always like this. He always wants more, and better and better. And I guess that's why, you know, I get that from him, obviously. I really wanted to finish the championship on a high note. More for my team than for myself, I suppose, since we still could clinch the team title. Yeah, I was thinking, no way that I'm going to relax now. I have one more day to do this season, and this day I'm going to do it for them. I had a strong start, went from P0 to P1, and then I was thinking, okay, now I'm P1, I'm going to keep that position until the end of the race. So I was feeling pretty confident in the race that I could win it. Then obviously my teammate Andre had the penalty for the jump start.
Their team's title going down the drain in New York City.
I felt actually kind of disappointed, even though I won the race. It was very much of a mixed feeling for the team.
Winning the title yesterday, I did not drop my weapons, and I feel even hungrier now for more wins. So winning this year is one thing, but now I think everything is reset to zero, and I proved it today with my will and hunger to win more races, and that's the attitude I'm going to have next year. So I'm looking forward for next season already.
I think it's a weekend I'm going to remember all my life. Like 14th of July, it's the National Day in France, winning the World Championship, and 15th of July, France winning the World Cup and me winning the last race ever of Generation 1 Formula E cars. It's, I think it's been the best weekend in my life. There's something that I love since I'm a kid, I think, from my dad, is sailing. And I had the opportunity to go on the Hugo Boss boat with Alex Thompson. Quite an amazing day, actually, with him on this mega Formula 1 boat. I mean, it's a crazy boat, like all carbon, very long, very fast.
So just a quick thing about the boat. So this is a single-handed boat, so it's a one-person boat. And the race that we designed this boat for is called the Vendée Globe. This course is easy because you come out of France, hang a left, down the bottom, left to Africa, around Antarctica, left at America, and back to France again. So it's about 25,500 miles. We actually sailed 28,000 miles, and it's simple rules as well. Take everything with you. Take anything on board after the start, you're disqualified. And if you step foot on dry land, you're also disqualified. So because of this...
Sounds like the FIA. Well, we went Lucas, Andre, and myself, and it was absolutely insane. So knowing a little bit Alex, how crazy this guy is, he's the best sailor in the world, and so he gave me the bar, I don't know how to call it, the steering wheel of the boat. At some point we took a lot of angle, and I was able to keep it because I've done sailing with my dad quite a lot when I was a kid. And I guess he felt that I knew what I was doing, even though I don't think I knew exactly what I was doing, but never mind.
Oh my God!
And at some point he left the cockpit, went on the boat, so the boat was like this, and he started to go on the mast and on the sail, and he started to walk on the sail because the angle was like that. And he went in the middle of the sail, which is maybe 7 or 8 meters. So technically, I had his life in my hand, because I would have done a mistake. I would have dropped the bar, the boat would have come back, normally, and then it would have felt. It was crazy. So everybody was so stressed. Andre, Lucas, we could not believe what we were saying, and I think I had more stress at that moment than in the race.
I guess you trust me, or are you completely insane? I don't know which one it is.
Sailing's in your French blood, man.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently that's the World Emoji Day. Guess the driver on Instagram. And I'm looking and I cannot find Andre. So I'm going to propose Formula E, the emoji that will sum up Andre, which is the sunglasses emoji. Well, actually it sums up not Andre, it sums up Jean-Andre. Because we both have a lot of sunglasses and everybody is jealous of our collection. So I guess that will be Jean-Andre. Now that the championship is over, we're going to spend some time in trying to launch a sunglasses brand together. I think we need to prioritize what we really want in life. And obviously, I guess, as Andre on my
and me, what we really want is to win races, but doesn't stop us from doing things professionally, and we see if we can make that happen. I'm back in my apartment in Paris to see my friends, family. I'm very much looking forward for sleeping, yes I am. I think I'm already half sleeping, which I apologize for, but you know, you guys wanted to see me after winning the championship. It doesn't look so glamorous, you know. I'm tired, and I look destroyed, but no, believe me, I'm happy inside. Well, I think Formula E changed my life because when I arrived in Formula E, I was in a bad position. Obviously, I was out of a drive from Formula One, and I didn't have any other drive. What I am most thankful is to Formula E, because Formula E could have been just a championship that would have been created for 1 or 2 years. It could have been the case, like I'm sure many people were predicting the fallout of Formula E, but thanks to Alejandro Agag and all his team of people, they've done an amazing job to keep Formula E alive, and much more than alive, to be climbing up the scale of motorsport and becoming one of the most important sports in our world. This, I am extremely thankful to have arrived in this specific championship. And then tomorrow morning, I need to book my taxi actually. Going to the airport. I'm a bit lost in time really now. I don't really know what day we are. Yeah, this morning wake-up was quite hard, I have to say. Going straight to Paris airport, flying to Barcelona, and now we're on the way south to Barcelona to go to Calafat, which is a test track for Formula E. I want to win again next year, or at least have the best cars possible to allow me to fight for winning races, podiums, and hopefully the championship again. So therefore, it's those tests are very important. I don't really know the schedule of the other drivers. I believe Daniel Abt is going in Ibiza. Andre, I believe, is testing 2 days later than me. And then we're gonna finally have some holidays, and I believe also Andre is gonna come with us. I think Formula E has done the timing perfectly. They waited for me to win the championship to go into the next generation, so that I will be the last one to win on Generation 1. No, I'm kidding, I'm just kidding. And to have this new car, this Generation 2, we arrive at the point where we have many manufacturers coming, big cities, a lot of interest from many sponsors coming, joining the series also. It's a huge step forward, and that's why I wouldn't call it sad to leave Generation 1, but I think it's a very exciting time ahead with the new cars. I can't wait to start a new season in those new cars. My favorite thing about being a race car driver, what it is, I believe there are many things. The main one is being able to do what you love and have an earning from this. So I feel very fortunate to be in that position, and that's, I think, the first thing that I love really. Then the other thing is the adrenaline that it gives me on the race days. At the race starts, in the last laps, fighting, overtakings, and then obviously the joy you're getting when you're having a good result, success with your team, and on all the celebration after that, you know, on the podium. It's something that is quite hard to explain how you feel, but it's something that is definitely worth fighting for.